Hello comrades, so we are continuing with the Oscilloscopes 101 series where we'll learn about them to the moon and beyond. So up until now we have learned the basics, the intro, like how to set up an oscilloscope, like how to use it, basic ones like etc. and the coupling modes. Today we are going to see acquisition menu. Now acquisition means it's like to tell the oscilloscope how to capture the signal and how to process it. Now there are two modes in acquisition, so it's equivalent time and real time. So real time means it can detect like in a specific time period of samples, like from here to here, and it would sample all of these things. And it is useful for like measuring one time like noise or narrow band or noise or something. And it is also useful to detect like short peaks which doesn't repeat, and they are like single only. So that was real time, and in equivalent time you sample it at the full speed, like full clock rate, and it takes the bunch of cycles at multiple trigger events. So it does part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then combines them all to make one part. And that is useful for like repetitive measurements when the signal peak is happening 1, 2, 3, 4 or more than one times. So that is your equivalent time. So these two, apart from these two modes, we also have something called the acquisition mode. So that is, there are 4 subtypes in it: normal, average, HR and peak detect. So normal means, as it suggests, normally it takes all the waveform like points and just plots them on the screen. That is your normal, no filters and all. Then we have the average. So as the name suggests, it does the same. It takes samples and it averages basically all of them, like the sample points, number of sample points divided by, adds all of them and then divides by the number of sample points. Third is the peak detect. So now this mode is useful when you want to capture only the part of your signal which has the highest and the lowest peak. So for example, we'll take the ADC values. Suppose we have an ADC which takes 5, 10, 90 and 1. So our value in our 4 samples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 90 and 1, the peak detect mode will capture only the 90 and the 1, which is the highest and the lowest sample. So that is your peak detect, and it does that for the every recurring cycle. So if your cycle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the same, 91, 91, 1 something, and it would take all of this and then plot it. That is your peak detect. And last one is the high res. So high res basically does the average stuff only, but it captures the actual signal. So it filters out all the high frequency noise. So that's due to that it captures only the waveform which is important to us. That's why it's called high resolution. So apart from these 4 modes, we have one more option which is called memory depth. So it's basically like a memory setting in which you control how much points the oscilloscope plots for a certain period of time. Like for a waveform this long, if we keep like 4 kpt, it means 4000 points will be plotted in this range of waveform. If we increase that memory depth, we will get more points. That means we get more samples, and in turn we get a nice resolution signal. So that was the memory depth option. Now we have gone through the theory of all of them. Let's practically see them, how the options influence the signal that we see. So this is our oscilloscope, and here you can see there's one button which is labeled acquire. So if we press it, we get the acquire menu. So it says acquire type, real time, and acquire mode, average count and mem depth. So these are the 4 options which is available in mine. These are generally universal ones which would be available in yours or any other oscilloscope too. So these are the most important ones. So we'll press again and we'll see it has 2 options, okay, real time and equivalent time. So currently it's in real time, so it would detect any of the single short noises or something. And here is an acquire mode. Let's see the demonstration of acquire mode. So right now I have my probe here. This is the gen out function, because I am using the wave generator to like create a noise of around 6 volts amplitude. So if I plug it, we get the noise, but it's too small. Let me increase the amplitude. So that's it. And in acquire mode, it's currently set to normal. Okay, and the mem depth is 4K. So you can see the signal doesn't have much resolution, but if we increase, like it's 40K, 400K, its K means these are the points. It's 40,000 points, it's 4 lakh points, it's 40 lakhs points and 80 lakh points, 8 MB, 8 M points, etc. So if we get to the maximum depth, we see that the signal is very like, it's seeing like a very full waveform. So we'll just zoom in. If we increase the memory depth, it allows us to like zoom in a lot more into the signal, so we get to know the exact precise noise. This thing we wouldn't have been able to see if we keep the memory depth to the low. If we keep this, then it refreshes very fast, so we cannot like judge everything. And that was normal mode. Let's go to the average mode now. So as you can see, in average we got the averages of the signal. So it adds up all the points and then divides by the number of points. So if we reduce the average count, then we get the most of the signal, but still it's like smoothened out. So this is useful when we want to like filter some random occurring noise. We set it into average and it cancels out that. And this was the different count settings. Now we go to the peak mode. Yeah, so in that so in this peak mode, we are seeing like the highest and the lowest waveform points. So if I click it, we get the most of them. Like we can just zoom in and check the what is the, using cursors and all, we can check what is the highest peak. Coming back to the acquire menu, and we'll go to the high resolution mode. So this is a high res. When zoomed out, we can get to see the actual waveform behind it, like high frequency noise filtered out, and it's only continuing the actual signal rate. So that was it for the video. In the next ones, we'll get to know about the like more advanced settings like the roll mode, XY mode, etc. So stay tuned for them. Hope you like this video, and hope you learned something new. Thank you. Bye.